Well, that's rude. Don't look at me like that. Don't ever stare at anyone like that when they've got an Air Arms S510 Ultimate Sporter pointing at you. Look at that Aquarat. Kicking around, tail swinging in the air. That confirms, that and the blood of course, confirms a nice clean headshot. Now these two are in the pellets that they use to feed the cattle with, not theirs. So that's one down. The second one stops at the back here now. It looks like I'm hesitating. I'm not. I want to make sure I get a kill shot on him because that's actually a couple of meters back and that's going to make a huge difference to my point of impact at the range that I'm at. I'm only about, I think, 9 or 10 yards. So I was just about to ping him with a laser and he bolted off. I don't want to take a shot, injure him and let him disappear underneath. So I'd rather let him go and get a good shot on him later on. That's why it looked like I was hesitating. This old tractor and the old machinery at the back of the grain store really does produce. They're climbing in, on and around this all night long. I'm going to throw some privacy boxes up there just because it has a registration plate. I know it's an old tractor but I'm thinking about privacy here. So if that comes up again, you know what I'm hiding. Looking at the thermal here, you can see them tucked underneath, tucked around and tucked inside this machinery. Now some of them are in a bit iffy position. I'm not going to take a shot while they're in there because if I get passed through or I miss, I'm going to cause some serious damage and it's not worth the risk. This is a different story though. That's a nice easy shot. He's off to Ratty Heaven, going to join all his friends from this location and the other locations as well. They might know each other. It looks like he's jumping and in pain, but he's not. But just in case anyone's worried, I'll put a second shot in there just to make sure he's out. Another scan with the thermal shows more heat signatures around the straw. You can see this is on the red hot pallet. So it grays everything out, but it really punches through the heat signatures of the animals, and the 50 Hz refresh rate really does make a difference. You can literally track them step by step or jump by jump. I'll go for a body shot on this one. The reason is his head's not still enough. Thought I was being clever by doing that. So if I get a body shot I'll guarantee a hit. Bloody missed, didn't I? Never mind. Get him another day. I seem to go through a moment this evening where I couldn't actually land a hit on any of the rats. I mean, it doesn't help when they're walking behind thick steel like this. They're very, very fidgety, and I think they knew some of their fellows, some of their family members were getting shot. It's almost like they were on edge. Even when they're on the machinery that they're normally quite steady on. Very nervous. Weren't sitting still long enough to get a shot. This is the problem. Look at the destructive nature of these little sods. Why are you doing that? Just chewing a hole in the barn wall. What's that about? Well, he won't be chewing any holes in anywhere, I tell you that much. They are so destructive. Not only that, but they spread diseases. They're constantly peeing. Watch this. This is quite clever. Don't know how I do this, but I shoot a rat here. Another one falls down dead. How did that happen? Take a shot on this one. Completely misjudged the range, and I hit the tarp bag in front. Never mind. Look starts to change from here. Double tap this one. His tail's going, but it seems at the time that it wasn't a clean kill. Look at these. They're everywhere. Now I'll go for a headshot on this one, but in hindsight I wish I had gone with my first decision and gone for a body shot, and you'll see why here. He ducked down just as I committed to the shot. If I'd gone for an upper body shot, that would have hit him in the head. Nietzsche says your first reaction is your right one. I should listen maybe. And got a big stack of straw here, and there's a whole load of them inside of here. Big nest. I think that was Daddy Rat I got. There's an unmistakable sound when the pellet hits the head. It's like a big crack, thwack noise. If you shoot air rifles and you shoot rats, you'll know what I'm talking about. So I know I got him. He's one of the juveniles coming out, being very nosy. He won't be doing that anymore, I promise you that. The heat emanating from this nest was unbelievable, from this little area here. There's another one, another young rat. So I stayed here for a short time, blattered a few of them from there. This one eventually fell out and ended up on the floor. I had to stay there though, because it just kept coming. And another one. Oh, and another one. It's like a rat factory. It's a rat production line. Churning rats out. Look at this. Got him as well. I think I probably got 5 or 6 from this area. It's almost like one took a smack to the head, fell out the nest, and another one came out to wonder what the hell that noise was about. He fell, and another one came out to wonder what happened and what that noise was about, and he fell. I took this photo because you can see how clearly they've punched holes straight through that straw and created the nest inside. Watch this amazing shot. Terrible. He mocks me and runs off. This is under the machinery at the back, so look, start to change in that area. Look at that. Disinhibition at his best. Just remember, he is dead. He just took a right paddy there because his nerves were firing, kicking his back legs and swinging his tail. I know I keep saying this, but I just want to make clear to anyone who's watching, that rat is dead. It's not suffering in any way. That's not yours. I'm afraid I'm going to have to remove you. Thank you. These things like to get into tight spaces, in walls, under pallets, in machinery, and they cause a whole load of damage. So this one here, you can see hiding in the narrow gap there, thinking he's safe, but of course you can spot him no problem at all on the thermal, spot him beautifully on the night vision, and you can slam a pellet straight into his brain box and switch him off very, very easily indeed. He's not hidden that well. We're on the last shot of the evening now. 2 rats poke the head out of the nest. The first one up front gets his head split with a JSB. The one behind him disappears inside the nest with his bumhole twitching. Good night overall. Got a good bag of rats. I think I've got about 15 or 16 rats. The farmer was happy with that. Thanks for watching.